there's always something that needs a little fixing on Farpoint Farms.
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains, North Carolina. I figured it's fall. You can see the leaves coming down around me. It's the end of the season, my first season with the Husqvarna TS354D. This has been a good investment. I mean, obviously I got a really good deal on this tractor, and I've spent a lot of money upgrading it to work for the things that I needed to do. But it's returned my investment. It's done exactly what I asked it to. Now I've got the Johnny Bucket Jr. that goes on the front here, so you can see, and I'll take this off the tripod here and do a walk around. You can see the front end is somewhat modified. Sometime earlier in the year I put on wheel spacers, ag tires, and wheel weights, so that has greatly increased its traction. It does have the locking diff, which I love. And on the back I added a Johnny Products electronic sleeve actuator, so I can now use garden implements without having one hand on the tractor always holding down the Husqvarna sleeve hitch. That works a whole lot better. In fact, if I were going to tell you to upgrade any garden tractor out there, the first stop I would make is probably to get one of those. Anyway, I'm going to take it off the camera mount here and walk you around it, but it's just working well. Upgraded the lights to LEDs at some point so I can do more work here as soon as the time changes in about 2 weeks, and that's of course going to be nice. 53 hours I think on it right now, so not a ton of hours this first year. I did an oil change at 20 hours. I'm getting ready to do another one, but you know what I decided to do was I was going to do it here like now in the fall. I think I'm going to wait till the spring because I'm not going to be doing much plowing with this. I'm going to use the Kubota to do the plowing, but yeah, I mean, other than that, she's been great. So the seat is super high-end seat. Comes off of, I guess, one of their zero-turn commercial grade. Got the nice arm bars that come down, handlebars there that really hold you in place. Real happy. So we'll go ahead. I'm going to grab it off the camera now and let's take a walk around. All right, so right off the bat, I do want to just point out that I have not done much mowing with it. We used the deck maybe once or twice before pulling it off for the year. This has mostly been, just like its namesake, it's been a garden tractor. We've been using it up in our garden. The Kubota that I have, while it has a 3-point hitch on it, I find it to be too big for the size of gardening that we do. So this thing's perfect. I use it with the Brindley moldboard plow and the Brindley disc harrow and the Brindley cultivator. Things like I got a Brindley thing going on here. So it's done wonders with that. And of course, having that Johnny Bucket or Johnny Products electronic sleeve hitch adapter upgrade on there makes this just so much better. And as you can see in the back here, the stance, it's pushed out, right? I've got two 2-inch wheel spacers. So now going sideways up hills and having to scale hills, maybe not head on, are so much easier, so much less frightening, I should say, right? Of course, the ag tires help there as well. But as far as the paint and finish, it needs a good wash. It is the end of season. I just got done using it today for quite a bit of work. And yeah, I'm real happy with it. I'll go ahead and flip it. Hydrostack still working well. I'll flip this up here. Take a look. That's what happens when you add literally every option you can to one of these. This is for the Brindley. I got that sprayer that I put together in the spring. I never did show you all a video of that thing spraying the apple trees and spraying the driveway and all that, but I'll do that in the spring. There's the fuse for that. The other hornet's nest of wiring you see there goes for the electronic actuator both here in the back and the one for the Johnny plow up front, or Johnny Bucket up front. So that's what's going on there. It does look a little crazy, but Kawasaki didn't have a ton of information on the 7000 series, but 50 some odd hours in, I think it's 53, just under 54, have had no complaints. Like I said, did do an oil change about 5 or 6 hours after I bought it, and then I'm getting ready to do another one here, but I think I'm just going to park it and do it in the spring. So yeah, not bad. Kick this up. There we go. In the front, you might be able to see. Didn't make a video of that. I've made one for the Mutt too, but upgraded the lights to LEDs. Very inexpensive. Cost $2 for the bulbs and so much brighter. That big bracket down there and the wires that are hanging off the front are for the plow, or the loader, I should say. But yeah, really good shape. Let's see here. Up front, not a lot's changed. I didn't do much here. Did add the switches, obviously, for the electronic controls. That one's for the rear, and these two are for the Johnny Products plow. Got my lock and diff, PTO on and off. There's my key. I like the fact that it doesn't have a smart key like the GT54 XLSI I had did. Didn't like that at all. And then a park and brake is over down on that side there, and the choke's over on that side there as well. See it there? That's it. Got the digital hour meter. Let's take a look. Maybe it's got more than I think. 55.3. Okay, yeah. Well, it was 53 maybe when I started today. Let's put it that way. Yeah, the seats, no tears, no rips in the seats, looking good. Really like it. And of course the gas tank hidden away down under there. Pretty good sized gas tank. I will say the Kohler does seem to drink more than the Husqvarna's, well, the Briggs & Stratton engine I had on the last Husqvarna. Both were V-twins, but this one just definitely seems thirstier. And it's got the K66 ELD transmission in it. Seems to be holding up pretty well. So I guess I'll leave it at that. If you're thinking about purchasing, you know, a riding mower versus a garden tractor, you know, I definitely would say I recommend this. There are some posts online about weak frames in this thing, but I have not had any issues with this one yet. I do have some extra support that I'm planning on putting in here. It might be a winter project just to tack weld in a little bit of cross supports, because there is a little bit of body flex with those wheel spacers on there if you're going over uneven surfaces, but nothing crazy, nothing that would really scare you. So that's it. I'm Eric, the owner of Farpoint Farms. Hope you enjoyed the video. Even with fall in the air, spring can't be that far behind it, so gardening will come again. Till next time, take care.